So welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be installing my new PRL intercooler. It's time for the power mods, y'all. Finally, we got to the power mods. I've made the car look how I wanted to make it look. I still got a few things I want to do to the car, but it's to the point where I can start doing power mods. And this is the second power mod we're going to do. First one was the intake. Now we're doing the intercooler. But before we get started, I just want to say thank you for all the continued support. I think we're finna roll over to about 300 subscribers and about 200 on my Instagram. So thank you so much for all that support. And if you do not mind sharing with a friend and liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. Without any further ado, we're gonna get into this install. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what we got on the table. It's just the PRL intercooler. And then I have this block off valve for the blow off valve for circulating tube. It's something I want to delete, make the car sound a little bit better. Also, keeping more performance. I'll show you that part when we get to it. But the main item in today's video is this big, huge box, which is the intercooler. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it for you. There's all these wasps over here. If I get stung, I'm gonna be upset. Here's a stencil. This is the stencil in case you want to put PRL on the front of your intercooler. I will not be doing that because I like the black stuffy look, and I got the powder coated black one, so it won't make any sense to paint it. Unless they want to sponsor me for it, then I would paint it. But they're not going to sponsor me. So good. Oh, it's beefy. Oh my gosh. Nice beefy intercooler. Keep my car nice and cool. Nice. So now that the intercooler unboxing is done and everything's laid out, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some tools and get to take the front bumper off. It's gonna be the same process as it has been in the last couple of videos because, you know, I did the chrome delete bumper mod earlier. So it's gonna be the same process, taking the clips off on the inside of the hood, clips underneath the car, clips in the wheel well, and then unplug the fog lights and then pull the bumper off. As you can see, the front bumper is off the car. The intercooler is right there, pretty much exposed. All I gotta do is remove this bracket that holds this radar in here, and then a few clips over there, and the bolts that hold the intercooler in, and we'll be out with the intercooler. So it's almost out, almost. Let me grab some tools and go ahead and take these off. I think it's a 10mm on the intercooler, and then for this bracket, I am not sure. Looks like there's a bolt down in there, right through this little hole. You can't really see it, but there's a bolt down in there. So I'll set you up on a tripod and remove these bolts, get this bracket off, and then get this intercooler off. Alright guys, so my phone overheated. A sad iPhone 12 Pro Max. I've gone ahead and taken off all of these brackets. There was a 10mm right there to hold that bracket in. Another one on this side. There was 4 bolts that held the radar in. There's one up there, and there's the radar bracket. Now I'm gonna try to put my phone in the shade and hopefully I can record some more. Before we get to install the new intercooler, I'm gonna go ahead and find the recirculating tube and take that off. It's somewhere under here.
Production.
So the part that I'm talking about, I forget the actual name of it, but it's this big, huge tank right here. And what it does is it makes the air, like the blow-off valve noise, go back into that little tube so it bounces around and makes the noise go away. And I don't want that. I actually want to hear it. So I'm going to delete that. It should be pretty simple to remove. I've got most of the things removed out of the way. All I gotta do is get in there and take the bolts out. Alright guys, so it took me like probably 30 minutes to take this tank out. I don't even know what it does. But I'm gonna put this plug into the end of this tube and put the tube back on the car. Hopefully it's easier said than done. Oh, that's easy. I'll tighten the radiator clamp over it so it doesn't blow off while I'm driving, because that would be hilarious and I would cry. Okay, so now I'm going to put this plug back on the car with this. There's that piece that I took out. Oh, look at the part and put it on the screen of what it actually does. But yeah, time to put this back on the car. And then put the intercooler back on. We'll be done. We gotta put the car back together though. Guys, I just put that plug on the intercooler tubing. Now I'm gonna throw the bottom end back together and then put the intercooler in and then throw this thing back together because I'm tired, it's hot. Been out here for about 2 hours sweating. So yeah, it's like 84 degrees, no wind, no clouds. But anyways, let me get through this video and I'll update y'all, or I'll leave you on the time lapse. My phone's been turning off because it got too hot, but I'll update you whenever I'm done putting the bottom end of the car back together, and then I'll pick the camera back up when it's time to put the intercooler back in. put the intercooler back in the car, I just want to show y'all the size differences between the stock one and the PRL one. I did opt for the powder coated black one because I thought it looked better inside of my grill. And here's the stock one. Look how skinny it is compared to this one, and this one's way thicker. So this in turn makes the air thicker or more dense when it goes into the turbo, and cooler, so that way I get more power in the long run. Because when I go for big power, I want to have the coolest air possible to get the most horsepower out of my fuel. And that's what this intake is for, or this intercooler is for. So now we're gonna go ahead and finish this install, and y'all, I'm dying. It's so hot. I don't care if you're hot, iPhone.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad!
So guys, the intercooler is in. My phone probably turned off halfway through that video. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this down. I don't have a torque wrench, but I'm gonna just tighten it down a little bit past hand tight until the bolt stops. Guys, we are almost done. My phone keeps overheating, but I have now put the sensor back on. The intercooler is all plugged back in, or the intercooler is all back on. Sensors are all plugged back in, and I'm ready to put the front bumper back on the car. Now I'm gonna try to put y'all back on a time lapse, but if it does end up overheating again, I do apologize. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. Let me just throw this thing back together. Hopefully my phone doesn't turn off again, because that is very annoying. But yeah. Alright guys, so that is going to be the end of this video. I'm currently driving to test the car to make sure there's no boost leaks or anything. Right now I think it's good so far, but I am not 100% sure. I will check again when I get back home just to make sure there's no boost leaks. I'll show you what I think is the problem. I think there might be a boost leak. I'll go check though. Just watch the boost gauge right here. It doesn't go past 1. Normally it goes all the way up to at least 1.5, but it does not go all the way up that high right now. So I suspect there is a boost leak. I will go buy a torque wrench to make sure that all the things are torqued down properly. But here, I'll give you another pull. Yeah, I think there might be a boost leak. So I'm gonna probably go back home, make sure there's no boost leaks, and then I'll update you all.